Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your dumbbell strength burnout workout. In this workout, we are gonna be working in 30-second intervals, working through 3 versions of the same exercise, getting progressively harder, but giving you options along the way. I'll be working with my 10, 15, and 20-pound dumbbells today and giving you lots of options to work to your level. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start just by getting our bodies warm, march and pump those arms. We'll get the blood flowing, the energy up, get our body's core temperature up, get our brains awake, and get ready to move. Let's roll those shoulders. This is a very quick workout, only 25 minutes. We're gonna get everything in, so please know this is gonna also be a short warm-up. So if you need more movement prep, more mobility, or more of a warm-up, please get it on your own. Let's take those arms up to a nice I, and then hinge, drive the hips to the back. I, hips to the back, right here. So your hinge, remember, is pushing the hips to the back, soft bend in the knees. It's not a squat. We want to stretch to the back of the legs. 2 more. Now let's take it out to a T, big stretch with a side lunge right here, opening up the hips. So just a little movement prep before we add that load. You notice behind me, I have 3 sets of dumbbells, 10, 15, and 20 pounds. I also have a bench and mini band. Don't worry if you don't have those. Those are optional. The bench I'm really just using for a couple moves, but you can take them to the ground as well. Last one, toes out, Y with the arms and squat it down. You don't have to get that low. We just want to open up the hips and get that squat motion. So I'll be using the bench for a couple moves, but you can do everything on the floor. And then I'll be using the bands for a couple moves as well, but along with the dumbbells or body weight. So if you don't have mini bands, that's okay too. Let's take it here. Roll the shoulders to stretch out through the back. Right here. And then walk it in, round it up right through here. Let's tap it back. Open up the hips. You can just do a little tap back. Woo! My balance, or a little more of a lunge. It is up to you. Right here, drop it down. And then let's hold this one down. You can either hold your stretch here or drop it down, reach it here. So throughout this workout, I'm gonna remind you to be where you are today. This is your workout, you do you. I will give you options, so you can always stick with the very first option or modify in a way that's good for you. Let's take it to the other side again. You can hold it here or drop it down, reach it up. Everything we do has 3 rounds of 30 seconds. So our first move, which is a squat, 3 versions, 30 seconds. If you can, meet me in that high plank, a little forward and back, a little drop of the hips. You can also do all of this on your knees. Then we can take it to that child's pose. Stretch up to all 4s, or child's pose up to your plank. So 3 versions of every move. We'll add on as we go. And again, you can keep the first one, which will be our back to basics. But we're adding intensity. We're trying to keep it 30, 30, 30 all together. Go ahead and walk your hands back. Hold that stretch for a second, and then slowly bring it up. All right, team, tap it out and reach just to stretch through here. So 3 versions of each move, 30 seconds, 3 times through, then a 30-second breather. We're calling it burnout because by the end, you may be feeling some burn. All right, hamstrings right here. I want you to watch me. If you have the mini band, you can switch it to some knees if you want. If you have the mini band, we're gonna bring it above our knees. First is a goblet squat. 1 heavy weight here. Squat it down. You can keep it there the whole time. Second round of 30, we're gonna add a little tap out at the bottom and come out of it. 3rd round of 30, we're just gonna do our tap outs, all right? Go ahead and grab 1 heavy weight for the goblet. If you wanna keep it body weight, that's fine too. And mini band if you have it above your knees. Shoulders back, core engaged. We got 3 rounds of 30. Let's do it. Regular goblet squat, with or without the band. The band can actually be really helpful on squats, even if we're not stepping out and in like we're gonna add on this, because it helps you press those knees out. Maybe if you're somebody who your knees want to turn in, it's gonna help you really be thinking about that, right? Woo! 10 seconds. Then we're gonna go right into adding that little tap out in 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna squat it down at the bottom. We're gonna go out and in. out and in, and then back up. You can do it. Even if you don't have the band, I want you to get that lateral movement. Still trying to get low. Out and in, out and in, and up. Yes, burn, right? This whole time I want you to remember, these intervals are only 30 seconds and it's only a 25-minute workout. All right, team, here we go. Drop it low. You're out, you're in. You can think of it like a little pulse, or you can think of it squat as you step. Maybe this is better, you're still gonna get that burnout. Or if you really are feeling spicy, stay low the whole time. But if you feel like you're leaning into that back, squat out and up. Up to you. We got 10 seconds. Can you hang with me? Down, hold it here, tap out, and in. 3, 2, 1. Oh man. Breathe, team. Woo! Catch your breath. Let's take that band off. All right, so you get 30 seconds in between. I want you to really use that rest time. Catch your breath. Watch me on our next move. Bend over row. We're here. Then we're adding up, out, in and down. Then we're just gonna go in and out with a little pulse. So heavy weights if you got them. Go ahead and get set. Hinge it. Here we go. It's your row. And on this one, if you need to come up in between, I know a minute and a half is a long time to stay in this hinge position. So we'll give ourselves 5 seconds to come out of it, stand up, and then we'll get back down into it, all right? So trying to keep that nice flat back, core engaged, right? Yes! Woo! All right, stand up straight. This time, we're gonna row, take our elbows out, in and down. Here we go. Row, elbows out, in and down. So you're just squeezing, yes you can, up, out, and here. Keeping the back contracted. So I want you to really think high, keeping it high as those elbows go out. If that doesn't feel right for you, I want you just to do the row. Notice how the longer we stay in this hinge, we feel that low back kicking in a good way, right? Relax. Muscles are working, so I want you to think about that. This time, if you can, pulse it in, take it out. Ready, here we go. Pulse, out, pulse. Now, I know this gets challenging, so if you feel like the pulse is causing you to round in your back or you're not feeling as strong, just go back to here, right? The one we just did, or your regular row. You got 10 seconds. Here we go. Squeeze. Huh. I know. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, team, catch your breath. Woo, right? Shake it out. All right, team, we're gonna take it down for some core. So here's what we got. If you have a band, we're gonna keep it here, okay? So we're going to a plank. We're gonna start with just holding a plank. Then we're gonna do a little plank tap out. Then we're gonna do a little plank jack. You can always just hold the plank. Join me down right here. Elbows or knees or toes. Here we go. So just holding. And a great modification for this is just to drop the knees and come up, or just drop the knees and hold it there. You're still gonna engage the core, tuck the pelvis, squeeze all the way through. You can tighten up those legs and those glutes. And again, with this one, we're gonna give ourselves a 5-second break on the ground to get a little stretch. Then we'll go into our next one. In 3, 2, 1. So rest it here. I want you to have that band, if you have it, mid-calf, and we're gonna go out and in. So we get a little hip action. We got longer than 5 seconds. Let's come into that plank again. You can just hold it, knees or toes, or join me here. Out, in. And I really want you to try to step wide. We're doing it at the calves this time. So we get a little different motion and range of motion than we did from the squat, right? And we're getting more core, right? Whoo! Stay lifted. As we get tired, I want you to really think, zip up the core, lift up that pelvic floor. If that feels like too much, you can just rest and then get back into it. 3, 2, 1. stretch it back. All right, this time you can be hands or elbows. You can keep the tap out, you can just hold the plank, or you can take it to a jack. Here we go. Take it out and in. And whatever feels better for you. Sometimes that plank jack feels better on your hands, right? But it's up to you. Stay lifted in the center as you get tired, especially. You can always take it down, and you can always just hold your plank. We've got 10. 3, 2, 1. You guys. I wanted to put that before the next one because we're going back to upper body. I thought it would feel like our arms got a break, but not really, right? All right, team, so this next one, you can be on the ground or you can be on the bench. I'm gonna come to the bench so you can see me better. We're gonna do a regular press. Then we're gonna go close press into tries. Then we're finishing with just tries. So 1, then 2, then back to 1. All right, so you can be on the ground, you can be on the bench. It's up to you. Let's close out this circuit. Whoo! All right, team. So go with something that you know you can maintain for your triceps as well. I'm gonna start with 15s and then probably have to switch to my 10s. That's okay too, if you need to switch in between. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Up and in, down and out. We'll give you 5 seconds in between to switch those weights if you need to as we go to our compound movement. I'm actually gonna try the compound movement with the 15s, and then we'll see if I can hang with them. Just got my 10s on standby. All right, team, if you need to switch, watch me here, elbows in, up, into tries. Here we go. Boom. Triceps. Oh, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna lose my range of motion, so I'm gonna switch. But keep it going. Press. Yes. You guys, I'm coming back from vacation and I filmed a workout right before this one, so I'm really feeling it. If I go a little lighter or seem a little tired, I'm gonna listen to my body. I'm gonna be where I am today. Woo! Breathe. I had time off on my vacation. I know I didn't lose strength because we don't lose muscle fiber that quickly, but it just feels a little tougher. Relax. Oh man, you guys, let your arms hang wherever you are. Let's grab a sip of water before we go on to that second circuit. Did I mention we have 3 long circuits? No, 2, sorry. 2 long circuits, but we're gonna get through them quickly because it's a short workout. Grab some water. Oh, guys, I'm feeling it everywhere. Again, I filmed a workout before this, but it also feels really good to get back into it. A great rest on my vacation. I was active, but not doing these types of workouts. So it feels good to be back. All right, join me back here, guys. Again, if you have your mini loop band, watch me here. We're gonna have it above the knees. We're going with a kickstand deadlift. So remember what that looks like is we're here. So we have 2 weights. That's your first round. Second round, we're gonna add a little lift at the top for the glutes. Third round, we're gonna hold it here and we're gonna lift. So if at that point you need to grab onto something or just keep it up top, that works too. So grab your heavy weights, shoulders back, feet shoulder width apart, kickstand setup. Here we go, just the deadlift. So we're getting a lot of the back of the legs and the glutes. And again, if you don't have the mini band, don't worry, you're still gonna get that lift in the glutes even without the band. Look at that squeeze. Connect with the core at the top, lift with that pelvic floor. Squeeze. Are we ready? We're gonna add a little lift at the top. So join me here, come out of it, squeeze. Woo, balance, down, up. I know. Up. Here, here. Ah, 5 seconds, and we're just gonna hold that lift. All right, team, so you can hold your lift here, just here, or you can get down into it. What I like to do is set my weights here. You don't have to do that if you don't feel comfortable doing it. Or again, grab onto the bench. Feel that front leg still working, but I want you to focus on that squeeze in the glute. Maybe this feels better for you too. If you want to add a little hinge, either way, you have permission to drop those weights because you're still gonna feel it. Squeeze in that glute. Front leg, you're feeling it, but let's make that back leg feel it. 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, team, we're gonna do some upper body before we get that other leg because of the back in that hinge position, all right? So go ahead and take that off. Woo, feel it? Yes. All right, here's what we got. Bicep curl, regular. Then we're gonna hinge it. We're gonna go curl into fly from here, reverse fly. Then we're gonna take it just to that fly, all right? Go ahead and grab medium weights. Here we go, biceps. And here. So you can do a regular bicep curl. You can do a hammer curl. You can also always alternate if that's better for where you are today. Did I mention that this is a no repeat workout, right? Other than right side, left side, which we really only have with this kickstand. Once you're done with it, you're done with it. And those three rounds are all different. Here we go, we're gonna hinge it. Reverse fly, stand up, and curl. Hinge. I actually want you to come up in between, even though I just showed you staying in the hinge, but so your back gets that break, I know. And here, yes. Breathe for a second, take it down. Here we go, so reverse fly. If you want, you can turn those palms forward for a little different feeling in your back, right? A lot on that row, squeeze. Getting a lot of back work today and we love it, right? Those posture muscles. For some reason it feels like too much, go back to your biceps. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, team, set those to the side. We're going back to the heavies. All right, band goes back if you have it, and whatever leg you weren't doing before with that kickstand, we're gonna switch it, all right? Band above your knees. Remember that balance. If you wanna keep your bench or you wanna be close to the wall when you get to that little lift, that works. Otherwise, we start with our deadlift, we add the lift, then we isolate the lift. Feet hip distance apart. Here we go, just your deadlift. Stand up straight, push out of that front heel. So you can keep those weights in front or to the side. I like to kind of split the difference and make a little triangle, right? Squeeze. Stand up. Yes. Hey glutes, feeling ya. Can we add lift in the back? Down and up. And squeeze. We're gonna squeeze at the top. It doesn't have to be super high. You can even just get a little movement, but you're balancing, so we're getting extra core, and then we're getting that lift from the back. So glutes, yes. Here. Yes. All right, team, here we go. Just hold your lift. You can hold it here, or again, you can take it down either with your weights here, only do that if you're comfortable with it, or split the difference right here. Grab onto the wall. I know you're feeling that one leg, but I want you to think about this leg. Squeeze in the glute. Yes, you can. Burn. We got some core coming after this. 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, team, take that off. Down on the bench or on the ground. I'm moving to the bench so you can see me, but this is all core, so feel free to take it on the ground. We're gonna do a hollow hold. So I'm gonna give you a few options with that. Then we're adding some movement with the legs. So if you wanna have this Here, this is what it looks like. We're gonna hold the hollow hold here, so everything's isometric hold. If you wanna keep the shoulders down, you can. And then we're gonna add holding, legs go out one at a time. Then we got full bicycle, but we're taking it slow, all right? So join me here, tuck the pelvis, zip up the core. Here we go. So this is your hold. You either can have your knees in, you can take your knees out if that feels okay, but I want you to not feel like you're pushing out. I want you to really tuck everything and pull in. Nice neutral spine. If it starts to bother your neck, you can either be here or again, bring the shoulders down. If it starts to bother your back, bring those knees in, all right? Yes, 5 seconds. And then we're gonna keep this hold. I'm actually gonna move my hands behind my head, bring the knees in, and then we're just push and pull. Push and pull. So I'm gonna keep the shoulders up, but I'm adding some support for my head. And I'm bringing the knee into tabletop and pushing with one while I pull with the other, right? It's not just here, we're actually pushing and pulling. Feel that right there, right? 10 seconds of this. Then we're gonna finish with that bicycle. Let's feel it, guys. In 3, 2, slow bicycle, cross, cross. If that's not right for you, I just want you to do a march. Yes, you can. Let's get those abs feeling it, because we are so close to being done. 10 seconds. Core burn. Woo. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, team. That's all for your circuits. But I think we got time for a bonus move. We gotta get it in, all right? Watch me here. Sometimes this is called a ranger burpee. I know, don't be scared by the burpee because I'm gonna give you options. Something medium to light. Essentially, we're doing what looks like a swing as we come up out of the burpee. So we're here, here's your options. Down, I like to have my hands here. Push up. Then when you bring it in, you're gonna swing. Then bring it down. So it's a swing from here. If that's not right for you, curl and press, all right? So it's like you're coming out of the hinge, curl and press. You can even do a clean and press if that's better for you. Clean and press if you wanna get the power. But otherwise, it's like you're pulling with a swing, then all the way back down. If you don't want to do the burpee all the way back, you can just curl, press, and then squat it down, all right? You don't have to go all the way back. 60 seconds on the clock. Let's get it done, team. In 3, I'm gonna go with my 15s. 2, 1, here we go. Drop it down, it's a burpee. Pop it in, all the way up, then back down. You can also drop to your knees. And again, if that swing doesn't feel right for you, if you feel like you're pulling with your back, I want you to take it, curl and press. Bring it up, curl, press. All right, halfway there. It's a power move, but I know we've had a lot of work for that posterior chain. So if you feel like you're pulling with your back, take it out, curl and press. Oh man, you guys, I'm tired, but I'm not giving up because I got 10 seconds. That's one more. 3, 2, 1. Yes, team. Yes, you can. Yes, you did. We did it. Woo! Can't even pick those guys up. You guys, we're gonna keep this cool down short, but I do want to let that heart rate come down and also get a stretch through your back, okay? Because again, even though we weren't doing a lot of direct back, we did a lot of things in the hinge position with our row, our fly, and our deadlifts, and then that one. So let's just get a little hip stretch here. And then if you can, hands here, standing cat-cow, rolling through. If it feels better for you to put your hands on something, that works too if you have that bench. Let's take those knees out wide, stretch your back here. We're keeping the cool down short. because it's a short workout, but please get some more stretching on your own. Go ahead, if you can, we're gonna touch the floor. You can bend your knees to do it, or again, here, pedal those feet. Feel that stretch all the way up through the back of the leg, through the shoulders, through the back. And then let's slowly roll it up right here. Take it over here. Big stretch. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how you're feeling. I was really challenged by that workout. I hope you were too. I don't know if you could feel it or see it. Right, bring it up right here. Squeeze. Get some more stretching on your own. Leave me a comment, leave me a like. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you want all the extras, if you want to connect with me, join us in the BodyFit Athletic Club. Would love to have you there. Our private community on the BodyFit by Amy app. Thank you for being here today. Stretch some more on your own, hydrate, and take this feeling, this energy with you throughout the rest of your day. One big deep breath in and out. You did it. That was your dumbbell strength burnout workout. Great job, everybody.